3 seasons ago, I landed in Montana with $1,000 and a chainsaw. Since then, I've broken more equipment than I've bought and somehow accidentally started a farm. This season, things get serious. My first barley harvest is finally ready, so I've gone and bought the world's tiniest combine. There's a mystery tractor joining the farm. I may be hiring my first employee. So, will this be the year I finally make money? Or the year I completely bankrupt myself? Let's find out. Here she is, the biggest purchase I've ever made, and probably the stupidest. A brand new Massey combine. Listen to that. That's not just an engine, that's the sound of debt collecting interest. But still, she's mine. And if she can get this barley out of the ground without exploding, maybe, just maybe, she'll pay for herself. Hang on, who the hell's driving my tractor? Hello?
All right, mate. Need a hand with that barley?
No, it can't be. Don't tell me that's you in my tractor.
Surprise! Flew in from the UK. Thought I'd show you how it's done.
You absolute legend! I can't believe this. What are you even doing here?
Month off work, mate. Figured I'd spend August keeping you out of trouble. Or at least trying.
Liam, grab the walkie-talkie. It's in the toolbox, right-hand side of the cab. We can use those instead of calling.
Testing. Farmer Liam reporting for duty. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Much better. Right, so, small problem. I don't actually have a silo on the farm. Couldn't afford one this year.
Of course you don't.
So, you'll need to run the barley straight down to Agricor in town, just down the road. Dump it there and swing back for the next load.
All right, leave it with me. I'll get this dropped off and be back before you've filled half the trailer. Keep that toy combine running.
Oi, less of the toy combine. She's all we've got.
Mate, I've got to say, Montana is unreal. These fields go on forever.
Tell me about it. Sometimes I still can't believe this is my life. A farm in the middle of Montana. Question is, where do I take it from here?
Well, judging by the size of this place, you're gonna need more than just me for a month.
Funny you should say that. I've actually been thinking about hiring someone full-time. Having you here makes me realize just how much more efficient this could be.
Yeah, but if you hire help, you've got to pay them.
Plus, I'd need another tractor just to keep them busy.
Exactly.
And that's it. First barley harvest done. Cost me a fortune. Nearly gave me a heart attack. But look at it. Every acre cut. Well, cheers, mate. Couldn't have asked for a better harvest partner. Don't think I'd have managed it without you.
Managed? You'd still be on the first row if I hadn't shown up.
Probably true. Still, it's been brilliant having you here. Farm actually felt like a proper operation for once.
Yeah, I'll admit, I've loved it. Hard graft, but Montana's something else. Beats the UK rain any day.
Oi, you brought the rain with you. But seriously, I hope you come back again soon. Farm won't be the same without you.
I'll see what I can do. I'm sure I'll be back. Just make sure you've got a second tractor waiting for me.
Deal. Safe trip home, mate.
See you next time, farmer boy.
August done and dusted. Liam was brilliant, don't get me wrong, but that was only temporary. These silage bales are just about ready to go. Love this trailer, already making that job 10 times easier. Now that the barley's harvested, I can finally take the extension off the trailer, back to a flatbed. Perfect for the pallets from the greenhouse veggies and the sheep wool. One day, I'll have someone else to help with this, but for now, it's all me. Small square bales, tiny, but they'll keep the flock happy. It's funny, spending all this time lugging feed, moving pallets. You realize how much of running a farm isn't just tractors and fields. It's hours of grunt work, keeping the animals fed, and hoping nothing collapses on you while you're at it. Still, there's something satisfying about it. Look at them, waiting for breakfast, tails wagging, ears twitching. Makes the backache worth it. Every bale in place, every sheep fed. One step closer to getting this farm running like it should. Maybe I should put out a job advert in the local paper or on TikTok, whatever the kids use nowadays. Then I won't have to do everything myself. But for now, it's just me and my farm. And look at that. Silage sold. Nice chunk of cash in the bank. 12 grand richer just like that. Feels almost like free money. Well, apart from the backache and the tractor fuel, obviously. Right, now we've got all this leftover straw from the barley field. Could just leave it there, or we could make a little more cash, which, as you know, I'm always in favor of. So, first up, windrowing. Got to line it up neat and tidy for the baler, pack it together so nothing gets lost, and catch any rogue bits that have gone wandering across the field. If this works, we'll turn a load of barley byproduct into real money. The barley harvest itself didn't net much profit at all either, only about 15 grand, and let's be honest, we need all the money we can get. Right, time to bale. Little round beauties, small, manageable, and hopefully valuable. Every bale is basically money in straw form. I swear, this baler's probably the best investment I've made. All right, trailer attached. Time to get those bales loaded. And now the final step, turning straw into actual money. Montana Hay doesn't know it yet, but they're about to get a proper delivery. The best bit? Already have the trailer. Already have the baler. Basically free cash, aside from the fuel and minor risk of losing a few bales down the road. Every bale we sell puts a little more back in the bank. Right, first things first, Noah's Meadow. If I get this done properly, it's a nice little payday. 17 grand just for cutting some grass. And doing it without tipping over the tractor. Easy money, hopefully. All right now, time to sort my own meadow. Mow, row, bale, and wrap, here we go. I think I should call Hope and get some advice on my next steps. Hey Hope, got a minute? I'm thinking about adding a new tractor and maybe hiring someone soon. I've still got the header and the trailer on hire purchase, but I reckon a second tractor will make things a lot easier.
All right, sounds ambitious. But okay, adding a tractor could work. Just make sure the hire purchase won't cripple you if everything hits at once.
Yeah, I know. I've got a few months left on the current loan, but I've crunched the numbers. I'm confident I can manage it. And I'm also thinking about a new farmland loan, 200,000. Field 2's up for grabs for 180,000.
Field 2 could be a good investment. You've got the space, the workflow, and the machinery. Just remember, once the hire purchases and loan payments stack up, make sure you can cover everything without risking the farm.
Trust me, Hope. I've been through worse. A couple of tractors, a loan, and a new field. Piece of cake. Nothing can stop me now.
Famous last words, Godric.
Exactly. That's the spirit. All right, time to look at some potential employees. Who's going to be my right-hand man or woman on this farm? First up, Todd. 17 years old, fresh out of school, absolutely buzzing to get stuck in, but clumsy as anything. Cheap as chips though, 30 grand a year. Then there's Harold. 55, old school farmer. Been doing this longer than I've been alive. Calm, reliable, a bit grumpy, but he knows his stuff inside out. But 80 grand a year. He's the Rolls-Royce of workers. Expensive, but gets the job done. Next is Sophie, 24. Grew up on a family farm. Knows her way around most machines. Friendly, motivated, and adaptable. 45 grand a year. Good balance. Solid choice. And finally, Grace. 38, ex-contractor, tough as nails, but dependable. 60 grand a year. Not cheap, But if I need a job done right, she's the one, especially for the complex stuff. All right, October's here. Employees still undecided, farm debt still terrifying, but at least the barley field's done. Time to get this cultivator hitched and see what's next. Nothing like a bit of cultivation to make a field look productive, and to convince the bank I know what I'm doing.
Hey Godric, saw the barley field was cleared. Best thing you can do right now is plant oilseed radish as a cover crop. Deep tap roots, breaks up compaction, improves soil health. Long term, it's a winner.
Oilseed radish. Right. Sounds fancy, like something I'd only ever see in a cooking show. But soil compaction, yes, important. All right, I'm listening.
Exactly. And once that's in, what are you thinking for the next crop?
Honestly, I'm not sure yet. Barley did okay, but profit, meh. Thinking maybe I could get a second loan, buy field 2, and have 2 fields ready for next year. Could be a chance to actually make some proper money.
Not a bad plan. More land, more flexibility. If you go that route, you can plant something that your new combine can handle. Oats, wheat, barley again, soybeans, or canola.
Oats, eh? Could feed horses if I decide to invest in those. Wheat's always solid, barley's the usual. Soybeans or canola, bit of a gamble, right?
Depends what you want. Oats for horses, wheat for cash, barley for consistency. Canola or soybeans could fetch good prices, but they need careful handling. Whatever you choose, having 2 fields gives you options.
I like options. Nothing beats having 2 fields to fiddle with. And maybe, just maybe, another loan won't kill me.
Don't worry, Godric. You've survived worse. Just make sure the numbers stack up. And if you need a second opinion on crops or equipment, give me a shout.
Will do. Cheers, David. Well, I think it's time these chickens go. Had 'em what, 2 years now? And they've barely managed half a pallet of eggs. I've spent more money feeding them than they've ever made me back. It's like running a charity for poultry. So that's it. I'll sell the lot. The eggs, the feed, the pen. Free up some space for the next big venture. What should we put here, I wonder? Sheep expansion? Maybe cows? Or something completely mad? Either way, chickens, you're fired. First stop, the farm stall. Eggs, a whopping $1,000 worth. Not exactly golden eggs, are they? Next, Agricor. Let's get this chicken feed off the books. $800 for the lot. Better in my bank than rotting in the bin. And finally, the chicken pen itself. Sold for $4,500. Not bad for some used fencing. Back to the farm we go. Right. Looks like we've got a good batch of produce ready for the market stall. Let's get this lot loaded, carefully. Strapped down and packed into the stall, ready to sell. And here we are. Fresh, local, organic-ish. Straight from Montana's finest. $4,000 in the pocket. Not bad at all. So, what goes here now? Horses? Pigs? More sheep? Maybe even cows? The possibilities are endless. Shame the bank balance isn't. At least you lot are paying your way. Simple, dependable, fluffy little moneymakers. Maybe I should just stick with sheep. Or maybe it's time for something bigger. A walk down to the farm shop. Because I want a new tractor. A nice tractor. A big tractor. But which make? Which model? That's the mystery. Once we've got this sorted, we can hire someone in and finally run this farm with 2 pairs of hands instead of 1. The future's coming. One big tractor at a time. Behold, the Massey Ferguson MF7S, 155 horsepower, engine upgrade to over 200, 3-point front linkage, front loader attachable, and yes, A price tag of $155,000. But don't worry, she's mine. Look at this interior. Leather seats, everything in place. Oh yes, 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 it's mine. Nothing beats a brand new tractor. Months and years of hard work. Hire purchase? Sure. 15% deposit. $8,000 a month at 4% interest. 1 year plan. With a final payment of $46,000. Maths aside, this is a beauty. Welcome to the farm, MF7S. Let's make some magic. Now, time to make a quick stop at the bank. I need to meet with Hope and get myself another farmland loan. We'll call it an investment.
Godric, it's always good to see you. You've been busy. So about this loan you mentioned, $200,000 over a 2-year period, 3.7% interest. That'll be $8,800 a month in repayments.
Yep, it's a lot. But this farm isn't going to grow by standing still. Sometimes, you've got to take a leap. And here she is, Field 2, $187,000. All right, we need to lease that soil analyzer thing again from the shop. Here we are. Perfect. Let's get this back to the farm and take a look at this field. 84% loam, 118% yield potential, 2.88 hectares. Not bad at all. Nice size for another crop. Question is, what do we plant? Barley? Wheat? Something a bit more ambitious? Let's get analyzing. This field's a bit bigger than Field 3, so it'll take me some time to get all the samples collected. Bit of back and forth, a lot of stops, but it's worth it. We'll get a full breakdown of the pH, nitrogen, and texture before we even think about planting. That way, we know exactly what inputs we're dealing with, and hopefully keep costs down. All right, sampler done and dusted. Back to the shop. Return it, and that's another job ticked off the list. Nice and easy. Now then, time to decide who's going to join me on the farm. We had some great applicants, but I think I know who I want to call. Grace. She's got the experience, the focus, and, let's be honest, probably the attitude to keep me in line. Solid experience, dependable track record. She's the one. Hi, Grace. It's Godric here. I've gone through all the applications, and I'd like to offer you the job, if you're still interested.
Of course I'm interested. Thank you, Godric. I was hoping to hear from you. I think I can be a real asset to your farm.
Well, I've no doubt about that. You've got the right experience, and I like your focus. So how soon could you start?
I can be ready first thing tomorrow morning if that works for you.
Perfect. I'll see you on the farm bright and early then. Looking forward to working together, Grace.
Same here. Thank you for the opportunity, Godric. I won't let you down.
Grace's first day has arrived. I've given her the grand tour of the farm, showed her the sheds, the sheep, the machinery, and now it's time to put her straight to work. No gentle easing in here. She's off on a bale wrapping contract over at Field 17. You all right in there, Grace? That tractor's got more squeaks than a barn full of mice.
Don't worry, boss. I've handled worse. As long as it wraps bales, I'll get the job done.
That's what I like to hear. Just take it steady, and remember, if it rattles too much, that's normal. If it stops rattling, that's when you panic.
Understood. Field 17. Bales wrapped. Consider it done.
Right then, she's off earning her keep. What do I do now? I suppose it's time for me to put this shiny new beast to work and crack on with the jobs around here. Let's grab these silage bales before they start wandering off. Not that they can walk, but, you know, a man can dream. Honestly, this new tractor is a dream. Smooth, powerful, not a squeak in sight. Well, Except when I hit a bump, then it squeaks like an old pub chair. While I'm at it, thinking ahead, that new field next door, Field 2, might be perfect for oats. Simple, reliable, and I can feed any future horses. Speaking of which, Grace could take the cultivator over there tomorrow, give it a bit of a tidy up. I might even get a small stable going. Nothing fancy, just a few horses for work and a bit of fun. Could be interesting, or a complete disaster. Time will tell. Grace, how are you getting on over there?
All good, Godric. Wrapping's going smoothly. No bales escaping so far, and I've got a nice rhythm going.
Excellent. Sounds like you've got it under control.
Don't worry, I've definitely got it under control. Field 17 will be spotless before you know it.
All right, meadows mowed. Now for the fun part, windrowing. Got to get everything lined up neat for the baler, otherwise it's a nightmare. Looks like it's going to take some patience and precision. And oh yeah, don't forget Grace's pay. $5,000 a month from now on. Can't be forgetting that.
Boss, Field 17's wrapped up. I'm heading back to the farm now.
Perfect timing, Grace. I'm out here rowing up the grass in the meadow. Once you've put the wrapper away, can you hitch up the baler and start picking these up?
All right, boss. Don't think I'm letting you slack while I do all the work. I'll get the baler ready, and maybe you can try not to crash that shiny new tractor of yours while I'm gone.
Hey now, this tractor's practically perfect. Don't you start doubting it. Look at this. Grace over there with the baler, me here windrowing, jobs getting done twice as fast. Two of us working at once. Honestly, it's like the farm's running on double speed, and I barely have to lift a finger. Well, okay, I do have to drive the tractor, but you get the idea. Makes you wonder how I ever managed alone. Probably a lot of sweating, swearing, and accidentally running over a few plants. Not today, though. Today it's smooth sailing. Might even have time for a proper cup of tea later. If only every day on the farm could be this efficient, or at least this fun. All right, bales are all wrapped and stacked, nice and neat. Grace is busy making sure the sheep and the plants are getting enough water. Very responsible of her, I might add. Meanwhile, I'm off to get these sheep some hay. Gotta keep everyone happy, or there'll be a riot in the pen. And speaking of the pen, wow, they're eating a lot more lately, and it's starting to feel a bit crowded in there. Looks like I might need to think about expanding when we've got a bit more cash in the bank. Can't have grumpy, hungry sheep. That's a disaster waiting to happen. Still, it's nice seeing them all healthy and content. It makes all the chaos worth it. December's here, and so's the debt. Down 13.5 grand, and now I've got to pay Grace, make that 18.5 grand. Blimey. I knew this would happen, with winter contracts being thin, and these sheep aren't looking too healthy. Fingers crossed they pull through. Can't afford any disasters right now. Unbelievable. Finally buy a brand new tractor, and then the next model up, the Massey MF8S, goes on sale a month later. 41% off for 114 grand. And the AgroStar for only 40k. Typical. Could have saved a fortune, but hey, that's farm life for you. All right, focus. Need to make some money this month to claw out of debt. 16.3 grand a month for the farmland loan, 14 grand a month for 4 hire purchases. Time to get busy. Grace, it's time. Field 2 needs a proper cultivating. Think you're up for it?
Absolutely, boss. Cultivator's ready. Tractor's warmed up. I'm keen. Let's get it done.
See her go. Bright as a button. Always in good spirits. Honestly, it's a relief having someone I can trust out there.
Boss, Field 2's fully cultivated. What's next?
Perfect timing. Well, let's fertilize both fields 2 and 3. Doesn't look like there's much else to do this month, so might as well get it sorted.
Got it, boss. I'll handle both fields. Don't worry. They'll be looking lovely in no time.
2 jobs in motion. Things are looking good, even with the winter gloom.
Hello, Godric. Just checking in. How's everything on the farm? How's the debt holding up this month?
Hey, Hope. Well, it's tight, as usual. Winter's slow, but I've got a plan. I've hired someone to help. Grace. She's brilliant. Keeps things moving while I tackle other jobs.
Grace, huh? Sounds like she's keeping you busy. And dare I say, maybe distracting you a little?
Distracting? Only in the best way. She's very capable. Though I admit, I do enjoy having someone around who knows what they're doing. Keeps me on my toes.
Well, that's good to hear. Just make sure you're not letting her do all the fun stuff while you're stuck with the boring bits.
Don't worry, Hope. I'll make sure to share the excitement. Though I might need a partner in crime for the more thrilling parts of the farm too.
Godric! I swear, you just have to keep things interesting, don't you?
Always. Don't worry, Hope. Everything's manageable. We'll make it through this month. Debts, winter, and all. You just keep an eye on me, okay?
Of course. I'll be keeping an eye. Make sure you don't get into too much trouble.
Thanks, Hope. Talk soon. And don't worry, I'll behave. Mostly. And just like that, another month, another year comes to an end. December is over. The fields are prepped for sowing. What will the new year hold for us? Guess we're about to find out. January, though, it hasn't exactly started well. I'm 28 grand in debt already. And those silage bales, nowhere near fermented enough to sell. The greenhouse produce is still growing too, so no income there. And the sheep, well, there are far too many for this small paddock. Might need to think about selling a few of the older ones back to Floyd, just to get some cash coming in. But before I start bartering sheep, let's check the contract board. Cultivating, of course. Hang on. I'm paying Grace either way, aren't I? May as well send her out there for a day or two. Oh, hang on a second. Grace never actually got the money from Noah for that bale wrapping job. 17 grand we forgot we had. That's a relief. No one's fault, really. It's my responsibility at the end of the day. Grace, you busy? I've got an 8-hectare cultivation job over at Noah's place. Field 83.
8 hectares with that tiny cultivator, boss?
You know you're the best person for the job.
All right, I'll do it. I'll take my time, but I'll do it. Someone's got to keep this farm moving.
Ah, she's a gem, that one. Always gets stuck in without fuss. Now, time to wrangle up some of the older sheep into the trailer and pay Floyd a visit. Can't feel bad about it. It's just part of farming. Sheep are bred for wool, for meat. It's the circle of life. Besides, nothing wrong with a few delicious lamb chops on the dinner table. Still, I'll miss the old girls. 8 sheep, eh? I'll give you 8 grand for the lot. Done. Always a pleasure doing business with you, Floyd. Grace, how's my superstar cultivator getting on?
Superstar. More like slave driver. This field is enormous, and that cultivator is about the size of a toothbrush.
Well, I'm just nearby, so if you want, I can hop in and finish it off for you.
Ha! Sure you can. You'd be here till next Christmas. Best leave it to me, boss.
I won't argue. All right, I'll leave you to it. You're doing grand. Right then, back at the farm at last. Let's get this animal trailer unhitched. There we go. And now hook up the old flatbed. Honestly, this trailer's tiny. Might be time for an upgrade soon. Feels like I spend half my life making extra trips. A few crates of veg ready to go from the greenhouse. Not a fortune, but every little bit helps. And you know what? I'm feeling good about this. Yes, I'm buried under a mountain of debt, but somehow, I've survived winter. Barely, but I'm still here. And spring, summer, they should bring in proper income, especially now that Grace is around. She's worth her weight in gold, that one. Produce dropped off, a few more dollars in the pocket. Now, let's get some small square bales loaded up for the sheep. They've been chomping through feed like mad lately. Best keep them happy. Grumpy sheep are never fun. There we go. Plenty for you lot to chew on.
Boss, just wrapped up cultivating field 83. That's me done for the day. And I think I've earned a day off tomorrow.
Ha! A day off already, but fair enough. You've earned it.
Try not to break anything while I'm gone.
You go get some rest. And thanks for your help. So that's January done. Another month, another step forward. We've made it through the hardest bit. And the future, well, it's promising. Well, here we are. February 2028. Debt's only 6 grand down, which in my world is basically profit. Things are looking up. Right, let's start with the sheep. Wool's coming along nicely. Should be a good haul to sell in April. Not long now, you woolly wonders. Not long now. Grace, you there?
Yep, just hitched the lime spreader, boss. Headed out to field 2 now.
Good lass. Thank goodness David let us borrow his lime spreader again. Right. Silage bales. Big, heavy, awkward sausages. Time to load them up, strap them down, and drag them off to Montana hay. Always feels like I'm hauling a load of compressed lawn cuttings. But hey, this is what pays the bills. Look at this. Grace spreading lime. Me trundling along with a lorry load of grass, wrapped tighter than my jeans after Christmas dinner. All right then, let's see what these beauties fetch. First load. Ho ho, 11 grand. That'll do nicely. You know, it still amazes me how people will pay that sort of money for grass in a plastic jacket. But hey, I'm not complaining. Keeps the lights on, pays Grace, and maybe even leaves me enough for a cheeky beer later. Of course, by the time the bank takes their slice, I'll probably be lucky if I can afford a packet of crisps. Farming, eh? Madness. But beautiful madness. And these last 3 bales, another 1,300. Not bad for grass I shoved through a wrapper. Not bad, not bad. Might even stretch to a takeaway pizza tonight. Trailer dropped off. Let's check on Grace's work. Lovely job, Grace. Fields looking chalky white and absolutely fabulous. Right, let's shift on. Nothing like a tidy field to make the yard feel ready for action. Trailer's waiting, crates need strapping, and I've got Grace's tractor humming in the background. Trailer on, greenhouse harvest ready. Grace has the trailer loaded up. I'll strap this lot down and haul it to the stall. All set to go, trailer humming, crate snug, and me thinking how much easier life is now that Grace has got the hang of the yard. Just hope I don't forget anything. Not bad at all. Decent profit this month. Needed 22,000 to cover debts. And what do you know? 22.5 grand in the pocket. For once, I'm ahead of the game. New month, same farm. March is here. And after paying off the wolves at the bank, I've got $600 left. Still, better than being in the red. Grace, fancy a contract? Field 1 needs fertilizing. Off you pop.
On it, boss. Spread the good word and the good fert.
Right. Cedar hooked. Time to plant oats in field 2. Oats. Horses love it. Markets love it. And I'll love it if it makes me money. And I'm just thinking, if these oats grow half as well as I hope, field 2 might finally start paying its way. Look at her go. Like she was born in that tractor. Grace, how's field 1?
Nearly done. You keeping out of trouble?
Me? Never. Just out here, seeding like a professional. All right, time for cultivation over in field 3. I'll hitch the seeder again, but let's get some expert advice. David.
Hey, Godric.
What do you reckon I should plant in field 3? Barley did well last year, but not much profit.
How about alfalfa? You've already got the silage kit. It's high yield, multiple cuts, steady money.
Alfalfa it is. Off to the shop for seed. Cheers, David. Right then. Seed bought, bags loaded, and I'm thinking about how nice it'll be to see this alfalfa sprout. Not too fast, mind, or I'll be back here every 5 minutes worrying if it's growing straight. Better get planting before Grace finishes half the field without me noticing. Grace up front, cultivating. Me right behind, seeding. This is teamwork.
Try and keep up back there.
Oh, don't you worry. This tractor's got more horsepower than you've got sass.
You still out there, Godric? I finished half an hour ago. Didn't think you'd still be faffing about.
Don't rush perfection, Grace. Just making sure these seeds are cozy and happy before I call it a day. Couple of jobs to keep us ticking. Grace, off you trot to field 26, cultivation duty, and I'll take field 59, bit of hoeing. Perfect.
Sounds like a plan, boss man. Hey, that rhymed.
Boss man? Huh, that's a new one. Liam, haven't heard from you since August.
Yeah, work's been mad. How's the farm? Still a glorious mess?
Trust me, it's chaos and beauty all rolled into one. I tell you, if you'd been here, I'd have put you straight on the bale wrapper.
Best be off, mate, before I get caught on my phone at work. Good luck on the farm.
Talk again soon, Liam. And with that, another 2 jobs down and another month over with. 2,000 in the bank. Scraping by as usual, but hey, it's something. Ah, look at this lot. Tomatoes, lettuces, the lot's looking fantastic. And the sheep. Oof, they've shed enough wool to blanket Montana. Right, Grace, off you go. Field 2's waiting for a bit of weeding magic.
You got it, boss. Field 2, here I come.
Better not forget to pay her either. $5,000 a month. Keep that in mind, Godric. Keep it in mind. All right, pallet fork on. Time to load the wool crates. Looks like 4,000 liters, give or take. Careful, don't want any of this flying off and rolling across the yard nonsense. All right, better strap it down then. Off to the spinnery. Here we go. Should get a decent price for this. Fingers crossed. Can you imagine? Local Montana wool, slightly panicked, but high quality. Grace is out there weeding, doing her thing, probably grumbling at the tiny weeds she's battling. And here we are. Spinnery. Don't fail me now. Ho ho! $5.5 grand for the wool. I'll take it. Let's see how the greenhouse veggies are doing. All right, strap it down tight. Fragile goods. Don't want a tomato massacre on my hands. Off to the stall. And done. $4.5 grand in the pocket. Beautiful. Nice little boost after the wool. Now, contracts. Field 37, hoeing, with the weeder. Not too tricky, and Grace is already finished in field 2, so she can head there straight away. Everything's lining up nicely, just the way I like it. Time to keep the woolly monsters happy. Small square bales, 1 by 1, onto the trailer. Strap them down nice and tight, then we throw them into the pen. They're eating like teenagers at a buffet, I tell you. Might have to expand the pen soon. But first, let's keep them happy. Happy sheep, happy Godric. Surely things get easier from here. They must, right? I mean, Grace is helping out, the fields are ready, and if I don't trip over any tractor tires today, we might just survive. And I can't complain either. Tractor's running like a dream. The MF7S is a beauty. Sweet, sweet horsepower. Might even check on the oats in field 2 while I'm at it. Make sure it is all looking good, you know. Spreading evenly, nice and steady. Nobody likes a patchy field. Ah, there we go. Job done. Home time. Grace has finished cultivating too. Team effort. Very satisfactory. Another fertilizing job for me. And a big 16,000 bale wrapping job for Grace. She's going to love this one. All right, come in, Grace. You there? Time to get started. Wrapping at field 17 for you.
Let's see if I can make that bales vanish like magic.
Magic and efficiency. That's the motto.
Hey, Godric.
Hope! How's tricks?
Good, thanks. How's the farm holding up? Debt manageable? I worry you've bitten off more than you can chew.
Don't worry, I've got it handled. Winter's over, fields are ready, and Grace is a marvel. She's keeping me sane, mostly.
Grace, huh? I see how it is. Don't let her boss you around too much.
Oh, you think I let anyone boss me around? Maybe just a little. You should come and see the farm sometime, Hope.
Maybe I will. We'll see. Keep it all running until I do.
Deal. I'll make sure it's impressive. We'll set a date, yeah?
Perfect. Take care, Godric.
Ah, the farm. Debt, chaos, and apparently a hint of hope. All in a day's work.
All done, boss. Bale wrapping complete. Heading back to the farm now.
Perfect. I'm nearby. See you shortly. I will follow you back to the farm.
Sounds good.
What? What on earth? Grace? Where? Where are you? Grace? What the hell just happened? Grace? Grace, you there? Grace, come in. Where are you?
Godric, I'm fine. I'm over by field 3 near the tree line. Don't freak out.
What happened? Your tractor's, parked halfway up the fence.
Yeah, about that. We had a visitor. Big black bear right by the sheep pen. I tried to scare it off, clipped the fence, jumped out, and chased it toward the forest before it got bold.
You chased a bear? On foot?
Well, I wasn't going to just sit there and let it eat your lambs. Anyway, it's gone. I'm checking the tree line to make sure it didn't double back.
Right. Well, I'll fix the fence and get the tractor back on solid ground. You finish playing Bear Patrol and get back here before it decides to bring friends.
Copy that. And Godric,
Yeah?
you owe me hazard pay.
Bears. Actual bears. Only in Montana, right? In the UK, the worst you get is a badger. Right, back to business. Look at that alfalfa. Oats are looking cracking too. Should be a decent yield come summer. Well, well, what have we got here? Cultivating job, 20 grand. Hoeing job, 41 grand. That'll get the bank off my back. Grace, fancy a bit of hoeing today? Field 55, big one.
Sounds like a plan, boss. Be good to get back to normal in the tractor again.
Sounds good. I've got cultivating to do. I'll watch you disappear over the horizon and keep an eye out for any more bear. And don't run over any more fences on the way.
Very funny.
And there we are. Grace carving up field 55 like she owns the place. Me turning soil until I'm cross-eyed. But hey, money's money. Done and dusted. 20 grand for me, 41 for Grace's field. We're in the green again. Well, less in the red at least. Right, grass is long enough. Time to give the meadow a haircut and give Giles a call. Giles? You wouldn't believe the week I've had.
Oh? What's happened now? Another tractor breakdown?
Nope. Bear. Big, black, very real bear. Tried to make a snack out of my sheep. Grace went full action hero and scared it off.
You're joking. A bear?
I wish I was. Tractor ended up in the fence. Sheep screaming their heads off. Nearly needed a new pair of trousers. But all good now.
Only you could end up farming Jurassic Park.
Tell me about it. Anyway, crops are in. Oats in field 2, alfalfa in field 3. I'll be harvesting the alfalfa next month. Should get a lovely first cut off it. Grace is here now, turning my rows nice and neat. She's a star.
Glad to hear it. So, money-wise, how are things?
Well, crawling back into the black. Contracts are paying, greenhouse is still running, and these bales I'm about to make should be worth a nice chunk when wrapped. I'd better let you go before I accidentally wrap the phone in plastic. Bye. And there we have it. Meadow mown, bales wrapped, money sitting in the field waiting for me to sell it. Perfect end to the day. Oh, now what? Come on, really? It won't start. Must be from when Grace decided the fence was a great parking space. Fiat, you let me down. I better call the mechanic.
Hey, Godric!
Hey Nathan, Fiat won't start. Looks like it's completely fried after a fencing incident.
Right, send it back to the shop. I'll send a truck over. If I can't fix it, I'll give you $30,000 for it as parts. You can put that toward a new tractor.
30 grand? Well, that's unexpected. Might just soften the blow.
Also, I saw a second-hand Steyr Absolute CVT on sale, $105,000. Bargain for a tractor that size. 224 horsepower, CVT transmission. Can even be upgraded.
Steyr Absolute. Thanks Nathan. I'll get it sorted. Right, let's see what else is out there. AgroStar 8. Huge 230 horsepower, 90 grand. Should have jumped on that sale the other day. Typical. But Nathan Steyr, 224 horsepower, CVT, upgradable. A bargain. I think I'll take it. Can't worry about the cost. It's an investment, isn't it? Ha! Grace, you'll be glad to know you no longer have to drive the Fiat. It died.
You sound excited. Does that mean I get a new tractor?
Yes, poor old Fiat. 30 grand from Nathan for parts. But check this out. The Steyr Absolute CVT, bigger than the Massey, more power, CVT, would feel like driving a spaceship.
What? I bags the Steyr.
Oh no, not yet you won't. I'll be driving it home, thank you very much. You can take the Massey for a spin. All right, Grace. She's mine now. The Steyr's all mine. Feel like I'm driving a bloody tank.
You better not get carried away. It's big, heavy, and expensive.
Expensive, yes. Worth it, absolutely. Feels like the farm finally caught up with me.
Well, don't forget, you still got me keeping you in line while you enjoy all that horsepower.
Touché. At least you're still fast enough to keep up with me on that new Massey.
Fast enough, maybe. But careful, boss. The last thing I want is a late-night tractor incident.
Contract's done, spraying finished. May's gone, and June's coming up. Not bad at all.
If we keep this pace, we might even finish ahead of schedule. Just make sure you don't get too comfortable.
Comfortable? Nah. Steyr or no Steyr, there's always something to keep me on my toes. Ah, June. Summer's creeping in, the sun's out, and look at these beasts. Both big tractors gleaming. I might actually have enough power to get everything done this month. Greenhouse looks decent, veggie's nearly ready. Oh, and the sheep. No hay left. Better sort that out before they start nibbling the fence. Right, here we are. Alfalfa looking lush. Thick. That's some proper growth. Perfect timing. Grace, grab the mower and meet me here. We'll get this cut before it gets too hot. Don't want it drying in the sun, or I'll have half the field blowing away like confetti.
This baby's ready to roar.
That's the spirit. Let's show this alfalfa who's in charge. Small trailer. Still does the job, but it's getting a bit tight for all this greenhouse stuff. Let's load these crates. Strap them down. Right, off to the stall. Market's lucky to get these beauties. Fresh, crisp, and worth their weight in cash. All right, sold the produce. Just shy of $4,000. Nice. Oh, crumbs. Ran over a bit of the oats in the field. Nothing major, but lesson learned. Keep eyes on the field next time. All right, small trailer. Let's get this off the books. Just under $4,000. Not bad for a bit of metal and wood. Now then. Ooh, new farm tech trailer. $37,000. That'll take nearly everything I've got. But it's an investment, right? Yep. Hitch her up, back to the farm. And pray there's enough left for fuel. Right. Let's see what David thinks about this. Maybe he'll have some clever tips about the alfalfa. Can't hurt asking.
Hello, Godric. How's the farm? Everything under control?
David! Just about. Alfalfa fields looking lush. I'm mowing, rowing, baling, wrapping. You name it. We're doing it all today. Grace is a star on the mower, too.
Sounds like you're keeping busy. Alfalfa's a good choice. Lots of cuts per year, decent profit, especially with your equipment already sorted. How's the soil holding up?
So far, so good. Harvesting the first cut as we speak. I've been careful with the rows, trying to get it all uniform for good growth.
And the oats?
Almost ready. Can't wait to harvest them. Might feed a few to some horses if I ever get around to building that little stable. I'm hoping there'll be a tidy little bonus.
Sounds perfect. You're planning to rotate the fields after that, I imagine?
Haven't really thought about that yet, actually. Good point.
Just remember, timing's everything. Keep those cuts consistent, and you'll have multiple harvests without any drop in yield. And don't forget to watch the moisture. It'll affect silage quality too.
Thanks. I'll keep an eye on it. Grace and I are on the job. Nothing's going to get past us today.
Excellent. Sounds like you're managing everything brilliantly. Give my regards to Grace, and keep me posted on the yields.
Will do, David. Thanks for the advice, as always. Right, back to the fields. Plenty to do. Right, time to feed these sheep. Got new trailer. Let's get these bales in here. Careful now, don't want to squash my fingers. 1, 2, and 3. Nice and steady. Could do this all day, though my arms might disagree. Never thought I'd say this, but I rather like the rhythm of it. Grace is out there mowing, probably thinking I'm slacking off. Ha! Little does she know I'm getting a full bale workout over here. All right, little ones, breakfast is served. Easy does it. Don't trip over now. That's 1, 2, keep it going, 3, 4, perfect. Everyone's happy, I'm happy. What a glorious morning. And just in time, look who's back. Grace finished her mowing job. Top marks, that one. Payment due, 18.5K. Right, time to get this place looking sharp for harvest. That silo's going in. 20 grand gone, just like that. But worth every penny. And this little beauty's going to store all the oats next month. And I've got to give a big thank you to Lumberjack 929, the NextGen legend. This silo's on you, mate. Sponsoring the farm upgrade, helping us prep for harvest. Truly appreciated. Right, contract time. Let's see what the board's got for us today. Hey, Hope. How's it going?
Better now that I've caught you at work. I've been wondering how my favorite Montana farmer's surviving all that debt and all those tractors.
Surviving, yes. Thriving? Not quite yet. Grace has been a lifesaver, though. Keeps me from breaking everything and everyone.
Sounds like she's charming. Better not let her steal all your attention.
Oh, she's great, but don't worry. If bears are scared of her, then so am I.
Bears? Do I even want to know?
And yes, there was a bear on the farm. Never seen anything like it in the UK.
All right, Montanan Chaos Coordinator. Keep me posted. And don't spend all your profits on tractors.
July's here. Time to harvest these oats. See if all the planting, fertilizing, and swearing paid off. She's looking ready. Golden, tall, and just the right crunch underfoot. And the woolings. All happy. Still need hay, but we'll sort that after the oats. Can't let the stock go hungry while I'm mucking about in the fields. Tomatoes, peppers, lettuces. Looking good. Can sell a few crates later. Nice little top-up for the month. Grace, you ready for go time?
Born ready. Tractor warmed up. Trailer's ready. Whatever you need me for.
Brilliant. I'm firing up the combine. First time since last year. Let's hope she remembers her manners. All right, header on, oats in sight. Here we go.
Hope you're not going too fast, boss. Don't want any oats taking flight.
Grace, I promise. The oats are staying in the field. Mostly. Keep that trailer ready for pickup.
Mostly? You worry me. Anyway, trailer's hooked and ready. I'll follow your golden parade.
Lovely work, Grace. Straight rows, clean oats. I might just have to retire next year. Nah, who am I kidding? These machines are my life now.
Retire? You mean retire to sit in your office and look at spreadsheets? No thanks, boss.
Exactly. Better to be in mud, dust, and oats than behind a desk. Look at this lot. Golden as a pint of ale in the morning. Silage bales will be coming off soon, and these oats could feed some horses, sell some off. Maybe even think about a new crop for field 2 once it's cleared. Something fancy. Keep the rotation tidy. And after the harvest, there's more baling, wrapping, getting everything stashed before the weather turns. The new trailer's doing a solid job. No more running back and forth like last year. The alfalfa's nearly ready too. Could get 2 cuts this year if I time it right. That should cover Grace's wages and leave a little bonus for me. Enough to stop sweating over the bills. The Massey's brilliant, but the Steyer's waiting for a proper run next week. Maybe even a second mower for the meadow. Speed things up. Yes. Keep it steady, keep it neat, and the farm will run itself. Almost. Oh, now what? Rain already? Combine doesn't like wet oats.
Boss, it's coming down hard. Should we stop?
Yeah, best to head in till it clears. Oh no, wind's picking up. Bloody hell, what is that? My God, a tornado.
Boss, that tornado. It's huge. We need to get out of here.
Godric! Godric!
Hope! Can you hear me? Hope!